Hello friends, welcome to the target series of RBWM. As you might have seen earlier also, various lectures have been taken on all the subjects earlier related to retail banking introduction, profit and this a relationship between corporate and retail banking and the role of retail banking. Various 3 lectures have been taken up till now on the same time. Today I will be discussing branch profitability. Here I will be discussing one important case study on branch profitability, which is asked in the exam. You'll really enjoy this. Why? Because we'll be covering ROA, return on assets, return on equity, ROE. What is the relationship between them? This is the crux of this chapter, branch profitability. This is one of the important chapters in your exam. Roughly around 12 marks. 12 marks. Some 5-6 for theory, 5-6 for numericals. Very difficult chapter and kindly focus on this. Kindly note one important point. This branch, there are only 3 to 4 chapters in your RBWM which are having numericals. And this one is amongst those. Okay. So, don't miss even a single lecture on this YT series. Also, follow the complete lectures. Today I will be covering one important numerical for branch profitability. Plus, I will be covering some other questions which are related to RBWM. But main is this numerical. So, let's start this. Gross profit equals to 100 CR. It's crores. 100 CR. Okay. So, gross profit is 100 CR. 100 CR. Okay. Operating profit is 100 CR. Gross profit 100 CR. 100 crores. Operating expenses 30 crores. Loans 40 crores. NPA 5 crores. Calculate ROA. Okay. What is ROA? ROA means return on assets. 2 terms you will get it now in your RBWM. RBWM has difficult numericals. Kindly note. You have numericals in chapter number 4, branch profitability. Then you have it in your tax planning. Then you have it in your housing loans. Case studies, big you have. Here also, this can be asked as a case study also. They can combine 2-3 questions over here. ROA, ROE, okay, many things can be combined. So, gross profit equals to 100 CR, operating expenses 30 CR, loans 40 CR, NPA 5 CR. You have to calculate ROA. What is ROA? Return on assets. Return on assets. Okay, return on assets. That is ROA. There are 2 terms you will be getting always in your RBWM. One is ROA, second is ROE. Return on equity. Okay, return on equity. That is ROE. These 2 terms are very important. You will definitely get one question on this. ROA, ROE. Definitely. Okay. So, what is the formula for ROA? Return on assets equals to your net income. See this. Net income divided by assets. Now, assets means yielding assets. The real word over here is yielding assets. Yielding means those assets which are giving you returns. Yielding assets. Okay. And what is the formula for ROE? Net income upon equity. See, this is not asked in this problem, but I'm giving you because it might be required in the exam. In exam, they might ask you ROE also upon equity, share capital. Okay. Got it? So now ROA over here. We'll find out ROA only because ROE can't be found out. You don't have equity over here. So this is not possible. ROA is possible. What is net income? Firstly, what is given? Gross profit is given as 100 CR. Operating expenses are given as 30 CR. Now, gross profit you get it from trading account. Operating expenses you get it from P&L. And here you require net income, net profit. Net income means net profit. So net profit equals to what? Give me, everyone, give me. What is the formula for net profit? Yes, gross profit minus expenses, or you call it operating expenses, divided by, this is net income, gross profit minus operating expenses, divided by. Now yielding assets, yielding means what? Which give you some income, that is meant by yielding assets. Now what is given over here? Loans is 40 CR. NPA, is it giving you any income? What is NPA? NPA means which does not give you EMI or interest, means basically income, right? So loans minus NPA minus NPA. So now find this out into 100. Here everything is multiplied by 100. Always remember, because we require it in percentage. Okay. So get it. Give me the answer. 100 minus 30. 30 divided by, what is that second one? 40 minus 5. 40 minus 5. So 70 upon 35. See this. 100 minus 30, gross minus operating, upon loans, loans minus NPA. So answer is 2 into 100, of course, into 100. So it is 200%. Okay. So 200%. This is known as your ROI. If they want ROE, they'll have to give you equity, shareholders equity. Shareholders equity is to be given. Okay. So then you can find out ROE. There is also a relationship between ROA and ROE. Relationship. Okay. So what is that relationship? That relationship is ROE equals to, here I'll write it over here, ROE equals to ROA, return on asset, into leverage ratio, leverage ratio. Okay. This also might come to you in exam because it's there in your portion. Okay. ROA into leverage ratio. What is ROA? Income upon assets. What is leverage ratio? Assets upon equity. Assets upon equity. See this. I'll write it in short form now. Okay. So look at this relationship. This can also be asked to in exam. So income upon assets, income upon assets. Assets means, now consider this same, yielding assets. Into assets upon equity. Equity. Assets upon equity. So this assets gets cancelled. So income upon equity. You get the answer. So this can also be asked in exam. ROE equals to ROA into leverage ratio. Anything can be asked. See, any of these three formulae, you will definitely get it in the exam. Surely you will get it. ROI you might get it. ROE you might get it. Or this relationship you might get it. Don't miss anything. Okay? Be sure about this. Move on. Fill in the blanks with the correct pair of words. Risk in dash is high as compared to others. Retail banking targets are targets at the dash segment, while corporate banking deals mainly with dash. You have to fill all the three blanks. Risk in dash is higher. In which banking is the risk higher? Look at this. Only check one now. Don't check 2, 3. Only check this one. Corporate banking is higher, retail banking is higher, wholesale banking is higher, retail banking is higher. So where is retail, risk higher? Risk is higher in corporate banking. So what will be the answer? Many of you might have thought by now. Answer is simple. Answer is what? Corporate banking. I got corporate banking. The answer is corporate banking. But kindly remember, wholesale banking and corporate banking are same. They are same. Wholesale banking and corporate banking are same. Corporate banking is sometimes called as wholesale banking. So that's why this answer gets cancelled. B gets cancelled. D gets cancelled. Now A and C can be the answer. Corporate and wholesale. Now check the second one. Retail banking targets at the dash segment. So what does retail banking target at? Look at this. Individual segment or corporate segment. So now the answer is very clear. Everyone give me. Retail banking targets at what segment? Individual or corporate? Everyone. Right? It will target at individual. This one. So the answer will be A. Okay? What is this? A only, no? A. Yeah. A. This is the answer. Now check the third one then. Retail banking targets at individual segment, while corporate segment deals mainly with individual government. So that is right. Corporate segment deals with government departments. Of course, it deals with companies also. That's also an answer. But here government is given, so government is right. Corporate banking deals with two segments. One is private sector, big one, and government sector. Both of them it deals in. Okay. So the answer is first one, A. Kindly note this. One important point which is to be noted is wholesale banking and corporate banking are same. Okay. Next one, read this. In which of the following group of banks the standalone pricing is preferred? Standalone. What is standalone pricing? If two products are separate, FD and home loan, each is priced separately, not in relationship with each other. Here, there are two pricings. One is standalone and second one is bundled. Bundled. These are the two pricings. Means what? If I am having FD, suppose if I am having a FD with your bank, okay, for let's say 10 crores, I am having a 10 crore FD with you, such a big FD I am having, 10 crore FD I am having with you, and I come for a home loan, I come to you for a home loan. Normal customer's rate of interest is 9%. Let's say, I am giving an example, 9%. Home loan rate is 9%. Okay. In standalone pricing, you will charge me 9% only. You will say nothing doing. Keep your FD aside. My rate is 9%, I will charge 9%. So, standalone. Bundled. FD 10 crores. You will give me a preferred treatment. Preferred means very high treatment. You will give me what? Home loan. You will say, okay, home loan. Others are having 9%. Okay, sorry sir. For you, it is 8.5%. Preferred pricing. Why? Because I am having the FD of 10 crores. Because here, in bundle pricing, what is done? Combined profit is checked. In standalone pricing, what is done? Single profit is checked. So the question over here is, which bank follows this standalone pricing? Public sector, PSBs and new private sector. Old private sector and foreign banks and new private banks. Who follows bundled this standalone pricing? Now see here, we have to go as per your textbook. Kindly note. As per your textbook. Practically you also know. Logically you always follow this bundle pricing only. Everyone amongst you will follow this bundle pricing because we can't lose the customer. Simple. We can't lose the customer. But what does your book say? Public sector banks. Your book is still in those old days. We call it Baba Adam ka zamana. Old days. Public sector banks were like this, aram. Okay. Nowadays, public sector banks are not that. Public sector banks are giving a run for the money to the private sector banks. So they also follow the same rules as private sector banks follow, isn't it? Correct? So the answer is this. Which of the following is are correctly paired regarding the different phases of development in the banking sector? Different phases means how did the banking sector evolve? How did the banking sector evolve? That's the question. Look at this. Early phase 1947 to 69. Nationalization phase 69 to 91. Liberalization from 1991. Think everyone. A can also be correct. Early phase 1950 to 59. Nationalization 59 to 2000. Liberalization beginning of from 2000. This can also be correct. Check. It's up to you now. Early phase 1770 to 1969. Nationalization 69 to 91. Liberalization 1991. Early phase 1870 to 1950. Nationalization 1969 to 1990. And this after 1991. So which one seems to be more correct? Do you know when did banking start? Is it 1947? No. Many of our banks are existing more than 100 years. Right? So 1950, these two answers are gone. Because banking is existing since long. First bank was established, Bank of Hindustan, 1700s. Bank of Hindustan, 1700 it was established. So, either this can be the answer or 1870 can be the answer. But 1700s Bank of Hindustan was established. First bank. So, this bank, this will come up to the answer of C. Early phase 1770 to 1969 up to nationalization. From nationalization of banks to 1991. Okay. And third phase is from 1991. Okay. In fact, more than this is given in your book. More than the changes have happened in last 10 years. In fact, if you ask my personal view is more than the combined efforts over here. All these combined efforts. Last 10 years, more changes have happened in banking. And after all this nationalization phase, everything, how many bank accounts were there in our country? How many? Hardly 35 crores, 30 crores total. After all this nationalization and liberalization, everything, 31 crores. Today, what are the number of bank accounts? Around 80 crores, 90 crores. Almost all the adults are having the bank accounts now. So, combine this phase, of course, it needs to be changed now. Okay, but we have to go as per the book. Because marks are as per the book. So, follow this. Okay. If the question comes, last 10 years, if by chance this question comes, so more Jan-Dhan accounts, more accounts have been opened in last 10 years as compared to that of the nationalization phases. Okay? Got it? In which of the following group of banks the price bundling is preferred? Public sector, PSBs and new private sector, old private sector, foreign banks and new private sector banks. Where is it preferred? Think over it, everyone. So where is it preferred? As I told you, you have to go as per the books. Okay. Public sector banks, price bundling. PSBs and new private banks, old private banks, foreign banks and new private banks. Which is the correct option over here? I know the correct option is this also, this also. Everyone will go for this, man. Let it be public sector, private sector, cooperative, anyone will go for price bundling, because how can you lose a big customer? This bundling generally happens in the good customers, right? How can you lose the good customers? Isn't it? So that's why actually the answer is anyone, all of these. There should be answer all of these. But if it is not given something like this, not given. If the answer is all of these, it is definitely all of these. If it is not given, then price bundling is done in mainly foreign banks and new private banks. They do a lot of this, lot. Okay? Lot means, so they do a lot of price bundling. Generally for corporate banks, if they have a current account or some other relations, the loans are given at lower rates because they look at overall profitability. Even public sector banks do the same thing now, but I am talking of these options. If these options are given, then this. All of this is given, all of these. Dash is the interest that will be charged for the unpaid balances on the due date and also subsequent purchases. Now this is mainly in your credit card. See, two loans you will be having this, credit cards, and second is consumer loans, smaller loans, consumer loans. They always charge you this rate of interest. Okay, dash is the interest that will be charged for the unpaid balances on due date and also subsequent purchases, further purchases. Annualized percentage rate, monthly percentage rate, quarterly percentage rate, and minimal percentage rate. So what is charged? Mainly in credit card you will see this, in credit card. So what do you charge in credit card? Yes, it is APR, annualized percentage rate. What is annualized percentage rate? See this. Generally credit card gives you the rate that will be charging you at, let's say, 2.5%, 3%. When they give you 3%, they will be charging you. It means they will be charging you monthly 3%. So annually it will be 3 into 12, 36%. That is known as APR. Okay. The annualized percentage rate is always charged on mainly on credit cards and nowadays on these consumer cards by various companies. Okay. The technology model in retail banking which are used by the banks include the following. So which models are used by the banks? In-house, outsourced, partially in-house, partially outsourced. So which models are used by the banks? And now I'll ask you additional question. In which banks? Which banks use which models? That is also the question. Now think everyone. Everyone, yes? Which models, which? Okay, firstly solve this question. In-house, outsourced, partially and partially out, in-house, partially outsourced. Answer is what? A to D, all of them. Okay? Because every bank uses differently, but which bank uses what? Generally, I'll tell you, in-house. In-house is generally followed by nationalized banks. Nationalized. As per the books, remember, I am always talking as per the books. Practically, I know many different things are happening now in banking. Okay? Partially in-house and partially outsourced. Partially. Both now, in-house and outsourced. Both of them, I'll combine them. That is followed by private banks. Private. Old age, new age, both. both, and completely outsourced. Okay, completely outsourced completely. That is generally followed by foreign banks. Okay. One thing I'll tell you, this is as per the books. Practically things are different now. Everywhere they are thinking that foreign banks are doing this outsourced, they are technologically advanced. It's nothing like this now. All the banks are technologically advanced, mainly nationalized banks. Practically all of them have become advanced. The same technology which is used in foreign banks, same technology is used in nationalized banks also, private banks also. So it's no difference now. Earlier they used to be 15 years back, 20 years back, there used to be the difference. Now everyone has got money. Okay. In fact, nationalized banks and private banks, nationalized banks specifically, rather than private banks, they have more money, more liquidity as compared to these foreign banks now in our country. So that's why practically it's nothing like this. But the question is as per the books. So as per the book, your books have to be changed. Let's see. So as per the books, the answer is A to D and this is the answer. Got it, everyone? As per the books, this is the answer. Okay, next one. Among the below mentioned statements, which of the following is correct statement? Now you want correct. Correct. Always look in the question what is asked, correct or incorrect. Always check this, correct or incorrect. You can claim a deduction of rupees what? 1 lakh, 1.0. Let's make this 1 lakh of your total income under ATC. Deduction under the Income Tax Act is specified in Chapter 5A of the Income Tax Act. A PPF account can be opened and deposit made in the account can be claimed for deduction. A maximum amount of 1,50,000 is allowed in one financial year. A PPF account deposit in the name of spouse or children can't be claimed in tax return. So now think. PPF is the main question. You might be knowing this PPF answer. Everyone, take the answer. Check the answer, everyone. Yes. Here the real fight is between only B and D. B and D or C also. Yeah, C also, B and C. Real fight is between B and C. Now think over it. Yes. Also, many of you might have got confused over here, 5A. See this, the answer for this is actually 6A. 6A. Okay. So that's why this is wrong. 1 lakh can be claimed. That's why this is wrong. 1.5 lakhs. That also under the old tax system. New tax system, you are not allowed. Now this and this, C and D. PPF, 1,50,000 allowed. 1,50,000 allowed. PPF account in the name of spouse can't be claimed under the tax deduction. So that is wrong. It can be claimed. So the answer is C. Okay, answer is C. Everyone, kindly note. This is very important. C answer is very important. In fact, this chapter 5A and 6A, you have to check. Okay, 5A and 6A. Remember this. Remember, you have to buy out this 5A and 6A. This also D part. It can be claimed. 1,50,000 you know. This already you know. Okay, 1.5 lakhs. Nowadays under the new regime, everything is gone. No 1.5 lakhs, no 1 lakh, nothing. You must have a clear idea of the new tax regime. Don't miss this new tax regime, 115 BSc. What are the limits? The 12 lakh limit. Okay. Even in that, standard deduction is 75,000 added. Kindly note, it is not 12 lakh, it is 12 lakh 75,000. So you must know all the details of this new regime, because mostly the exam questions will be asked on the new regime. Old regime, I don't think so they will be asking you that much. New regime they will be asking. All the tax limits 0 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 12, all this goes up. Okay, and this side tax 0, 5%, 10%, all the table of 5, your table of 4, your table of 5. You don't miss this. New tax regime you should never miss at any cost. Okay, so that's why I am telling you again, without fail, follow the new tax regime. And these were the numericals. I told you I will be taking few numericals and objective questions. So those were the objective questions and the numericals. Now before going, I would suggest join the new batches of Adda 24/7. Just now started, success batch. Just now. See here, how to join? First download the app Adda 24/7. It is available on both. It is available on iPhone also. It's available on Android also. Both of them it's available. Download the app first, because there you will be getting 1% extra discount. So go for it immediately. Also use the code Y432. How to go for it? Say this. I'll show you two versions now. Number one, the batch. See, first one is the batch, the success batch. Look at this. The success batch over here. This is the success batch. E-books, mock tests, online live classes, everything you are getting. Plus, kindly note, these all things, e-books and mock tests are to the level of chapter wise, per chapter. Such is a huge discount. So go for it. Even you get the recorded sessions. If you miss out anything, you can get the recorded videos. Now click on buy now. Put the code Y432. Y432. Click on apply. Look at this. 79% discount you are getting plus 1% extra by downloading the app. So don't miss that also. Get everything. Get 80% discount. Also you can join the Mahapack. See this. Increment Mahapack for JAIIB. One of the best tools for you. You are having a lot of, means roughly around 5 months you are having now. So you can use this increment Mahapack. You are getting 15 plus batches per subject. You will get 6 months. You buy for 6 months, you get it for 12 months. Double validity. Plus 80% off. Everything. 15 plus batches. Double validity. Plus 80% off. It's all win-win situation. But for that, you'll have to use the code Y432 again. Say this. Never forget this code Y432 and never forget to download through the app. Okay? Use both the things. Code also and app also. Okay?